Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of the Cod X League Podcast. I'm your host, Baha, and this is my co-host, Bodhi. We have a lot to talk to you guys about. Some of it may not be directed towards the league, some of it will be. Let's get started. I hope you guys are excited as much as we are. So let's talk about Week 6. We're going to go through each day of Week 6 in the schedule, and Bodhi and I are basically just going to talk about who we think are going to win out of that matchup and what we expect to see out of those teams. So the first matchup is 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, and it's the Middlemen Collective versus the San Francisco Stampede. What are your thoughts, Bodhi?
The long-awaited duel. Man, a lot of hype behind this match, dude. A lot of people have been waiting for these teams to play. I have. I know everybody has. You know, they got the highest records. I think Middleman is like 17-1 with their map count. Crazy, dude. And then you got San Fran, who I don't know, they're really good. They're really good, but I don't know who takes it, man. Because there's very high ceilings on both teams. I would say San Fran's ceiling is a bit higher, but the teamwork out of Middlemen, like, I don't know, you'll just see them lock in. Like, they'll look pretty regular in sometimes, and then other times they just turn the fuck up, dude, and just go crazy. Like, it just depends on how they show up. But that's kind of too much of a banger for the first match. For the first match, I don't think any other match is gonna live up to it. Maybe LA and New York, but I don't know.
Yeah, I really like this matchup. I think it's something that both teams wanted. They've been saying it since they've came into the league that they wanted to verse each other. They're excited to verse each other. I'm excited to see them. I just want to see what map rotations they have, and that will depend on, especially for me, I don't know about you, Bodhi, but map rotations mean the most. So, like, if I know what the map rotations are for these two teams, which I don't, unfortunately, right now, right. I feel like I have a good estimate of who would win that matchup. Both teams are good. It could go either way. I really see it being a Game 5 series.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's going to be one of the series for the books here. So at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the Chosen Ones versus ZZY. What are your thoughts?
Dude. Is it Chosen? Dude, I swear, Baha, I swear to God, Chosen Ones aren't even in the league anymore, are they? Like,
what? I don't know. They're on the schedule.
That is crazy. Why are they still on the schedule, bro? What the heck? Hold on. Let me take a look.
It's on the weekend schedule in the admin here, but we got the Chosen Ones versus ZZY, and I think that it's gonna be it's an even match. I think both teams. I think ZZY, when they came into the league, thought that they didn't need to practice as a team at all. That they would win multiple games without practicing, which isn't what you want to do as a team. Is not what you want to do going into a league, something like this. But I feel like that they are starting to work as a team, and they're coming up with a lot of team chemistry and a lot of plans and strategies to help them get to that point.
It's the order, by the way.
Oh, it's the order. Okay.
Yeah. But I
stand corrected. The order. My apologies. The order.
No, you're good, bro. You're good.
The order versus ZZY. What are your thoughts on that?
I think ZZY takes that. No, honestly. I heard the order got bless you, but I heard the order got a new player, and he's really good. But I don't know. They've got a few, pacing issues, I feel like, with a few of their players. And then now they're going to have to slap in a random fourth before this match. And ZZY is like, look, I'm the biggest sleaze opponent there is, but I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. ZZY is doing their thing. Like they're no slouch. So right. I don't know though. I honestly don't think the order takes it. I think ZZY takes that 3-1. Some of the maps may be close, but I think order takes that comfortably. Not order, ZZY. Sorry.
Yeah. So that's Friday. Great matchups. So let's go to Saturday. Are you looking at the schedule with me? Because
Yeah. Yes, sir. I got you.
So 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Legends versus who? What is that logo?
New York, the New York Mob. I don't know why they just
Okay.
changed their name and logo and everything.
So New York Mob versus the Legends. I'm gonna be in favor of the Legends because, as you just said, they rebranded. I'm not entirely sure if they're keeping the same team, or if they're doing different roster. But I'm gonna go with the Legends on this one. But I'm excited to see this matchup. What's your
The
thoughts?
Legends not dropped K-Sol. K-Sol's on the bench, and they moved up Roy. And here's my thing about Roy. I think Roy's cheating. He may not be. Like, obviously, I'm not one to call somebody a cheater, but just Roy's awareness, and like, he may really be that good. He might actually just be one of the best guys in the server. But Roy's sus to me. But they just added him, so that puts LA on another level. Like, that makes them easily like in the conversation with San Fran and Middleman. Like, no debates. But New York is also good. Sean is a very good, like, solid player. Like he turns up, like, he rises to the occasion. Like, he doesn't get stuffed. So, like, it doesn't matter who he's playing. You know, Sean's gonna play his game, and that's super admirable from him. And like that like keeps them in a lot of games. And then, you know, they got who else besides Sean? I really forgot New York's roster, but Tortle's their weak link. They can find somebody to replace Tortle, or if Tortle can find his flow, I think it can go to a game 5 for sure. But as it is, I think it's 3-1 in LA's favor.
Okay. I agree with you on that one. But let's go to the next matchup on that day. 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Venom versus Texas Renegades. Oof. What do we got here?
Right now, presently, those are two of the definite, like, weaker teams in the league. Texas, I think they made some changes, and now they've got, like, some firepower, a lot of potential. But they're going against who now? You just said it. It was no. Don't remind me. They are playing.
We got Venom versus Texas
Venom.
Renegades.
Sorry, I can't even think of Venom, bro. Venom's having a lot of issues. I heard they just dropped 2 players, and so they're looking. I don't know. Whatever happens, it's going to be a ramshackle thrown together squad, and I think Texas takes that one, honestly, because they've been investing in their team, made some upgrades. Let's see, they have a few Crimson players there now, whereas before the whole team was like golds and platinum. So I think they have a shot. I don't know what's going on with Syphion and those guys. I'm hearing a lot of stuff out of that camp though. I'm just waiting for something solid. But I'm going to go with Texas.
You know, physics was really good in the beginning for the Venom.
Oh yeah.
But I think I've been seeing a little decline, and it happens. It happens in the season. It happens in leagues. But like, I think he needs to pick it up. But also, I think he needs to build more chemistry with his team because it did not look like they had chemistry in week 5.
No, it doesn't look like they really play together at all or anything like that.
No, like if you go into their comms, it didn't even seem like all of them knew what they were talking about. It kind of just seemed like they were just going on the fly. And sometimes that can work, but not always. All right, so let's go to Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Syntax versus Zoo. What's that logo? That's a new logo to me.
Yeah, that's Galaxy Gaming. That's the new team. That's Shadows and iBlue's new squad.
So Galaxy Gaming versus Syntax. I'm going to go with Galaxy on this one. But I could also go with Syntax. But how I've known is that they'll always have someone new, and we always say that could get changed, but they always choke.
It's true. It's true.
Well, I go by track record, and their track record is not looking good. And it seems like they'll have like a 5-1 lead, and then they'll blow it in an S&E. So we'll see what happens. I don't know how Galaxy Gaming plays. I've never seen them play, but I have to go with them just because they choke under pressure. Syntax, they do. They really do. Like you'll think that they're winning, like especially Syntax versus who was it? San Fran, I think, or no, Legends. It was the Legends, and they were up 2-0 in control, and they lost.
Yeah, that was. I don't.
And Legends even came onto the podcast, and we interviewed them, and they said we thought we were losing that map for sure, and they won. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what Syntax brings. It didn't look like they really changed their lineup. So we'll see what happens when they play each other. So next matchup at 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Houston Syndicate versus Coletta. Now, are you going to go bias, Bodie, or are you going to do with this one, boy?
You know what? Normally, I would not be biased. But, Jay, if you listen to this, you are an antagonistic motherfucker. And you're always saying sly shit and talking shit. So, KK's going down 3-0. We got a little something in store. I haven't really been talking too much about the team, but we're just staying down. Staying in the lab.
I like
so
the
hopefully
attitude.
hopefully it pays off. But we were doing map vetoes earlier, and Jay's like, "Oh, it doesn't matter because it's not going to a game 5." Like, okay, like you're right. It's not going to a game 5. That goes both ways. But KK, who have they been scrimming? No. This is about the last match. Galaxy actually beat the Order in a scrim earlier. It was close. It was like one hill, but they're getting their reps and they got their potential. But that's about the last match. I don't think KK's got what it takes to deal with us, bro. We've been working on a lot, getting our chemistry better.
I like the attitude. I like it. So unfortunately, podcast. No one's in the Dragon like usual. Usually we would like people to be in the Dragon. I'm going to emphasize this on just the players who are watching and listening to this. Please, when you react to my message in the podcast channel, and I write at everyone, please react if you're going to join so Bodie and I know who are coming and be in the Dragon VC. It's not just for you guys. It's for us, and it's also for the league. We want to interview you. We want to, praise you guys on a good week. But if you don't do this, you're not allowing us to do what the podcast's potential is supposed to be. So if you come on to interviews, it gives Bodie and I more things to have because then we can do segments. But unfortunately, we don't have anyone in the Dragon. And, so Bodie, you have anything you want to say? Just start some stuff up here. We just week 6 schedule.
They suck.
All right, let's not do that.
I got you. I got you.
Not on the podcast. Please, not on the podcast.
You're right. My bad. I don't mean it, Jay. You just be talking shit.
All right, so we're not gonna be doing that. So let's talk about our favorite cop.
Yeah.
Oh, you just read my mind. All right. So you want me to go first? All right, I'll go first. So I'll go from 5 to 1.
Bet.
All right. 5. We got MW3.
No, respectable.
Okay.
Very respectable. MW3 is actually like top 3 all time for me.
I didn't really like it, so that's why it's 5. 4. In my opinion, World at War. Okay. Number 3 has to be the old Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Oh yeah, let's still play that.
Number 2, I have to say my all-time favorite, and it's what got me into ranked, VO2. And number 1 will always be in my heart, Modern Warfare 2.
Yes, sir. That's the one that started off with me.
Your top 5.
Hold on, I something got me, dude. What the hell? Like, we got this random ass fucking. I don't know where that shit came from, dude. Like, I didn't feel it.
So, what are the top 5 CODs you like?
Dude, I did it earlier and I got cooked. But
all right, so can start from 5 to 1.
Yeah. So my number 5, it's probably going to be, I got to go with Vanguard. I know. And like, if you go through my tweets and like type in Vanguard, I have nothing but terrible shit to say about it. But this year has me like looking back on it in a different light. And I just missed the movement. I missed how fast paced it was. Like,
I didn't know we were explaining.
What'd you say?
I didn't know we were explaining why we like those 5.
Oh, okay. No, you can if you want to go back.
No. All right. You go. If you started already explaining why you picked Vanguard as number 5, let's keep going. Let's number 4.
2019, because all of my friends were playing that, and COVID had us in like Warzone, and it was really good. The gunplay is good, the movement. If it had FOV slider, 2019 would have been great. And the number 3, Cold War, it's just I wasn't that good at Cold War, and it was the first time I realized.
Wait, didn't you say 2019 was in that Cold War?
No, 2019 was MW. It was MW 2019, and then no, Cold War was 2020.
Oh, okay. So 2019 was Modern Warfare, then 2020 was Cold War. All right, continue. Cold War.
Yeah, and like Cold War put me in check. Like I thought COD was just all gunny until Cold War. And Cold War really forced me to like learn more about COD. Like Cold War made me the player I was in Vanguard, and I was like pretty good in Vanguard actually. Like playing with Masters and Challengers like regularly. Like, dude, just crazy shit, bro. Like, I don't know. You just couldn't tell me shit on that game. And then, so yeah, I appreciate Cold War for showing me that COD is like really a strategy game more than anything. And then my 1 and 2. These are throwbacks. Infinite Warfare is my second of all time. I know it's crazy. Everybody's like, "What?" I know, bro. I know. But I hate it more. It gets worse. I hated Black Ops 2 so much.
Don't you dare do number 1, bro.
I hated Black Ops 2 so much.
Just say.
I got you. Oh, my number 1 is it's tied between MW3 and Black Ops 1 because they just.
I get to say Black Ops 1, but MW3. All right, so I'll go to my 5 that I said, and I'll explain why. Because there's actually good reasons why I have them at these.
I got you.
Now, number 5, what I say at 5 was
I think you said it was you said Modern Warfare 3. You said Modern Warfare 3.
Okay. Modern Warfare 3, the reason why I put that at 5, right, was it gave me a little taste of, like, Modern Warfare 2, but also, like, the co-op. I love the co-op in it. The campaign was really good. The multiplayer, I thought could have done a lot more with the game than what they presented in MW3. Because we go from MW2 like style and Modern Warfare style to this Modern Warfare 3 style that's just like, what did you do? So that's my reason of why it's at 5.
Did you play the COD Elite? Not COD Elite, but I mean, yeah, it was COD Elite, but the clans and the badges and all that shit. Okay, yeah. COD Elite was like it was $50, but it was, you basically, it was like clan wars were on a leaderboard and stuff, and like you earn rewards as a group. So like if you all were playing like in a clan, you would unlock levels, gun camos, all types of stuff. So that was really cool. Yeah.
Okay. So 4 I said was World at War, right?
Yeah, super goated.
So all right. So I'm 24. And my brothers were all born in the 90s, so I was able to play like Call of Duty 1, all these games. And my first true COD that I actually played like full through was World at War. Now, I love the zombies because it's the first COD with zombies. I liked the multiplayer because the maps weren't too big. They were decent size. The guns were amazing. I missed the guns in that game. And I like that.
EP, that saucer gun.
Yeah, dude. And I like the map where it was like the map from the campaign with the little like TD like houses on the beach. Yeah. So that that game will always be goated for me. Number 3, I said what did I say for 3? I said
I think you said. Hold on, I remember.
I say Call of Duty 4.
Yeah. Which, if you still have, dude, we could play that shit anytime.
I might, but so the reason why is it's the first game that became on the 360 for Call of Duty, and so when I first got the 360, my brothers bought 360, of course, because I was too young to even get that stuff. But Call of Duty 4 was so good that like I like shredded on that game. The ARs, SMGs were amazing. I never sniped in any COD. I'll just put that out there. I always used AR SMGs. And the gameplay in that was just it was just way out of its league. I thought COD did a really good job with that game.
It's still really good.
Yeah. Number 2, goated BO2. Reason, dude, it was literally the last Call of Duty before they nerfed and buffed any guns, and it was the game where it's you have these guns, you're either good with the gun or you just can't play the game. And League Play really showed that. I loved it because League Play, I believe Black Ops 2 was the first Call of Duty that implemented a League Play inside of it outside of game battles. And that's what I loved about it, was that it gave you some competition, and I always played ranked from that moment on. And then number 1 will always be goated, MW2. Now, the only thing I have with it was it took forever to level up. I think it was like level 70 or something, and then you get to prestige.
I like that.
Yeah, it gave you more like opportunities, but like I liked it because it was the first time when people would be one sniping on Rust, doing wagers. You would see all these pro teams going nuts, sniping, doing 360s, going off that crane on that map of the office and just going off. Bro, it was the best game. Best COD. I don't think there has been any other COD that has been like that Call of Duty. I think that COD is unique for a reason, which is why a lot of people play it. I still play it to this day. And there's people who play it. It is so fun. I miss when it was like broken. Like I remember I would lag out of a game because there would be too many people getting into the games. Like that's how broken MW2 was, because it was so good. Everyone was playing it. Like it was either Halo, COD, or Gears at the time. That was it.
Dude, Gears.
Yeah, dude. Like it was either those 3. It was Halo 3, Halo 2. I think it was Halo 3 around MW2 or Halo 2. I think it was Halo 2. And then you had Gears 1 and MW2. Like those were goated, dude. And 360s, like lobbies and we're reminiscing. I love it.
The guys who had like the J tag, and you'd get into a random ass challenge lobby.
Oh, yeah. Now, okay, top 5 worst Call of Duties.
Worst. So, 2022 is going up there at number 1. It is the worst COD I've ever played ever. What else? Okay, so yeah, that one's the worst. I didn't like World War II. I played World War II for like 3 hours, and then I got on that train map that everyone loves so much. I took that shit back immediately. Black Ops.
2022, you mean Vanguard?
No, World War II. Call of Duty World War II. It was the one that came after Infinite Warfare.
Oh, okay.
Where who won champs in that shit?
2022 was Vanguard because we're in 2023.
Yeah, no, World War II. The one that came after IW. Hated that shit. It was terrible. That's really, yeah. I think all the CODs are pretty fun, bro. Those two were just stuck. Oh. I didn't like Advanced Warfare, really. But that's because I wasn't fucking with jetpacks. Obviously, I have Infinite Warfare as my second favorite of all time, which is a jetpack COD. But when the jetpacks first came out, bro, I was not fucking with it. And I'm going to put Black Ops 2 on my worst of all time because that was when people could take off. Motherfuckers were taking off their scopes on their snipers. And they thought they were so good because they were sniping with iron sights. Like, oh my God, nothing pissed me off more than that. And I know it's a dumb reason, right? But at the time, dude, like, you'd never been able to take your fucking scope off before. So all of a sudden, all these random fucking dipshits who've never been able to snipe in their life think they're so fucking good. And that, dude, that just drove me nuts. Like, like you, I never really sniped. Like, I didn't snipe until 2019. And then Cold War sniping was way too easy. So I, just stopped sniping again.
Oh, boy. Y'all are going to really hate me when I say my 5. All right, so here's my 5 worst Call of Duties. At number 5, we got Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 was shot. And I'm about to tell you why. Okay?
Lay it on me, because I love that.
That was my first Call of Duty where I was on a semi-pro team.
Nice.
Right. And I was nasty at BO4. But I hated the jetpacks. I hated the super slide, and that was stupid. I also hated the maps on it. I thought they were really bad maps. So the only way I could enjoy that game is if I played ranked. League play was actually really good. I love the league playing.
Oh yeah.
That's number 5. Number 4, Call of Duty Ghosts. That shit was terrible. The only thing that was fun about it was the clan XPs and the awards you got out of it. That was the only thing that was fun about it. I thought it was a shitty game. I thought that the only thing that was cool was that it showed my KD in the right corner the whole time. No matter what game mode you played, it always showed your KD in the right corner, so you didn't have to look at the scoreboard.
Oh, that's sick.
But my main gun in that game was the Honey Badger. Still, the maps were too big. That map where it was that huge field in the middle and the little houses on the top. Why am I able to go there? That should be out of bounds. It was just too big. It gave more people opportunities. It was a sniping game. It was a sniping Call of Duty because that's how big the maps were.
God,
yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Stonehaven, yes. Terrible. And then that building inside the warehouse one, too big.
The one where there was you spawn across the street, and then there was a street, and then there was a big ass glass building, and you could it was also overgrown. I don't know. I just remember that map distinctively. And one of the cool maps was the one that was dynamic, that it fell apart as you played. That one was cool.
So that's my 4th one. So 3, Advanced Warfare. Shit was garbage. The jetpack stupid. The guns were stupid. The gameplay was stupid. It was I understood what they were going after, but at the same time, it just wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Number 2, Infinite Warfare. What a garbage game. There's nothing I could say about it, but it was garbage. All right, number 1, my number 1 worst Call of Duty that I've ever played. World at War. No,
I thought you loved World War. I was like that. Okay.
Sorry, World War II. World War II. Garbage, all garbage. I hated that HQ where you did the contracts and I hated that. where like it brought you to a whole different place and call like and then like the little sandbox map where like you're like a little soldier, but it was just so bad. Like I just those were my thought. Like it was just so bad.
I like the firing range, and then you could like 1v1 your friends like really quick.
The only map I liked on that was Shipment 1945.
I actually didn't even play that. I literally played the game so little I didn't even know they added Shipment to it.
Yeah, so it's not like a traditional Shipment, but they had Shipment. So those are our 5. So let's go. Top 5 AR and top 5 SMG from all the CODs.
Ooh, okay. So I'm gonna start at the bottom. Number 5, I gotta give love
and you can
to
SMG if you want.
Bet. So number 5, that for ARs, that Modern Warfare 2 FAL. Like if you know, you know. Number 4, perfect. It's got to be Honey Badger from Ghost. That shit was so good. The M4 good. And MW2 and MW3, like something about that was just like.
Yeah, we gotta specify which MW2 though. I know if you know.
Sorry.
For the viewers' sake.
OG MW2 and MW3. The M4 in both of those games were just like, it just sounded so good and like it felt really good. Even though it wasn't that strong, like it had a lot of mobility. So number 2, sorry. Number 2, you know what? The Scar from this year, like it's actually pretty decent. Like I do like using that gun. It feels good, but that's really about it. Number 1 AR of all time, it's tied for me. It's tied for the ICR from Black Ops 4 or the ACR from MW3.
Ooh.
The ACR 6.8, that shit was so good. And then the SMGs, I'm going to go ahead and go with that 74U from Black Ops 1. That thing was goated. Yeah. We're going to call the FAMAS an SMG because it basically was from Black Ops 1.
That one, yeah.
Number 3, I got to go with the Peacekeeper, that first DLC weapon ever from Black Ops 2. That was actually pretty fucking lit. The number 2, it's got to be the what's it called? Is it the Kuda? Or I'm not sure. It was like the Honey Badger, but it was just the SMG version. Yeah, I love that gun. And the MP5 from 2019. That was just so goated. So goated, man. Such a good gun.
I remember Scump using that and just blowing people up. All right, so my top 5 AR. Here we go. 5, all right, is the TAC 56 from this COD. Only reason why it's at 5 is I love it. I shred with it, but it's because there's so many other ARs that are so much better. So that's my 5th. 4 is the ICR from this ICR. I don't even have to say. There's so many different variations of the ICR now that I don't even know which one's which. 3 is the Maddox from Black Ops 4. I shredded with that one. That one was nuts. I remember playing the beta for Black Ops 4, and that was the first gun I unlocked when the whole game came out. I was like, nope, I need this one to use as my first token. This is it, Maddox. I'm not waiting until rank 50 to get it.
All right.
So, and then number 2, 2 and 1 is a tough one because there's so many good ones.
Like that SOG, the SAUG from fucking Black Ops 4, that thing was stupid.
So 2 would be the AUG from BO1. Right, the AUG was nuts. The AUG was nuts.
That was nasty.
And number 1 would have to be the FAMAS from BO1 as well. That was just, you had that and you had the right attachments on it.
Do it all.
Game over.
Literally
all right,
do it all.
All right, so at number 5 would be the SOG from BO4. That was just like what? Number 4 would be Modern Warfare 2019's MP5. I would say number 4. No, I already said 4, right? Yeah. So number 3 would be. Number 3 for me would be what's that one from BO2? Starts with a V.
Oh, the VMP? Was that?
Yeah, but it was like what was it? It had like a weird looking like scope on it. It was like not like completely. It was like lopsided kind of looking. It started with a V. Vesper, yeah, or something like that. Yeah, that one was good. And then 2 would be the Vaznev from this COD before they buffed it or nerfed it. Sorry, before they nerfed it. That was
Crazy.
good. And at number 1, my favorite SMG to ever play in this game of any Call of Duty. That's what number 1's gonna have to be because there's so many. Number 1 would have to be the MP7.
That MW3 MP7. Oh my god, dude!
You literally
No recoil.
said the game. Say, bro, it's literally the game I was about to say. Yeah, the MW3. Oh my god, that was what made me fall in love with MP7. That was just like what. But yeah,
You shoot it across the map.
So podcast. So we had this. The top 5 best and worst Call of Duties in our opinion. Best 5 AR SMGs. If you guys, are interested in joining in those ranks as well, go ahead and comment on the YouTube when we post this up on YouTube, and let us know what you guys think. Anyways, so with week 6 coming in, what message you want to tell these teams or even your own team of what you're expecting for this week?
Lock it in, man. Lock it the fuck in. Get ready for the major, because this is where like all you can say none of these matches mattered before except for like seeding and stuff. Like now is a time where like it's like really serious. Like where you really want to hone in on your craft and watch all the footage you can and make adjustments to your gameplay. Really find the weaknesses, find your Achilles, so to speak, so nobody else can exploit it. Like, because nobody, no do-overs, no excuses, we weren't ready, we weren't this, we weren't that. Like all that shit should be over and done with by now. You should always be like bringing your A game every single time.
So, I would say this week there is no excuse for any teams. And why am I saying that? Y'all had a week of no games, unless you joined the S&D tourney this past week. You have no excuse. You guys should have been scrimming, working as a team, figuring something out. You had a week. We gave you guys a week to not play any games on a weekend, unless you played the S&D tourney. A week. There's no excuses if you guys are losing or missing your shots, anything. You guys should be playing ranked, practicing in custom matches. Do something to help you guys win. There's no excuses this week. I think that's my motto going into this week. No excuses. I don't want to hear, no. You had a week of preparation, a week. And now we're coming back? There's no excuses. You had a week? I don't want to hear it. You guys should have already been practicing, already been scrimming, already been blowing up the server, saying, hey, who wants to scrim? Hey, who wants to play 8s? There's no excuses. You guys had a week. Do you agree, Bodie?
Oh, dude. My team's one of the ones that didn't scrim once. I was in 8s. I've been in 8s all week, but we ain't scrimmed dude. We're gonna try and cram all we can in these next couple of days, but we did not take advantage of that time, and like it's gonna trust, man. That's not gonna fly.
Well, what I'm also looking at for these teams coming into Week 6 is getting your psych better, because as I always say when I hop on commentating these games, it's a psychological game, and
All mental.
one false move could mean the end of that whole entire series. No matter which mode, you could be up 5-0 in S&D and you could get reverse swept. We've seen that done many times.
Oh, yeah.
Whether in this league or the pros, we see it all the time. So I am going to go in with this as no excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear no crying. If you guys come on to this podcast and getting interviewed, Bodie and I are going to be reaming into details of interviews. So we're going to be watching, whether he's playing or watching the other games. We're going to watch you guys, and we're going to bring it into the podcast next week. And we're going to come up with some questions, and y'all better answer. I don't care if you're the worst player on your team and you hop on the podcast. We're going to ask you, like, what are you doing to improve yourself? Like, we're going to get into those kinds of questions that you're not even going to be thinking of. So Bodie and I will be talking to each other throughout this week on questions that we want to ask people. We're going to chat to each other to see what questions. We're going to look at the questions, and we'll pick and choose from that chat that we have from with each other, and that's what we'll use in the podcast. So hopefully we'll get people to get interviewed. I think also what's making people not want to be in the Dragon is that there was no games this weekend. So there's no really need for an interview. But last week there was no excuse for that. There was games. We were talking about it. No one came in. Again, if you guys react to the messages, please be in the Dragon. I don't want to see you guys in the Dragon and just leave.
We're not going to chase you down either.
Yeah, I'm not going to force you to be on the podcast. So patience is a virtue, just like when you play Call of Duty. If you react, Bodie and I will look at it, and we'll be looking at the names that reacted to it, and we're going to be expecting those people to come.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to go after you guys. We're not your parents. We're not your teachers. We're not holding your hands. We're all grown men here now. We made this an 18 and older league now. We're all grown men. There's no excuses on.
There's a schedule for a reason.
Yeah. You guys know it's every Monday except today. Bodie and I had too many things on our plate yesterday, so we couldn't do it, but we got it today. So next Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I want to see y'all be here. Hopefully you guys are listening to this, because this is like, I need y'all to be here to interview. So if you react, that is meaning you're going to be here. If you don't want to be on the podcast, like I say, if you want to be on the podcast, react. If you don't react, we will not expect you to be on the podcast.
Right. Because this ain't for us. This is for y'all. This is for everybody. Like this is the opportunity to get your side of things out. Let people know who you are or who y'all are, your team. What's going through your minds. Like this is the forum where you get your voice heard. So keep that in mind.
And I'm very appreciative of Bodie wanting to be my co-host, because I was just the host of this whole thing, and I'm very
thank you for having me. Seriously.
He offered to be the co-host too. He's like, bro, I'll help you out. I love talking about this stuff. So I was like, yeah, man. So we got Bodie here every time on podcast now. He's going to be helping me with, information, anything that I'm missing, anything, so Bodie and I will always be on this podcast, but, it's mandatory for us because we're the ones running the podcast. For y'all, it's not mandatory because, we get it. You guys want to scrim. You guys want to play H. We get it. But if you guys could take, a little portion out of that time to come on the podcast just to interview a little bit, and mic is required now. So mic and video is required. So if you're coming onto this podcast, please know to put on your mic and put on your camera. because you see Bodie and I, we're not camera shy. Guys, we don't bite. All right, camera is not gonna bite you. It's not. I get it. Some people may be camera shy. They don't like how they look or whatever. Be presentable when you come on. Fix your hair a little bit. Do something. But mic and camera are required to be on this podcast. If you get camera shy, it's okay. If you want, you could either DM Bodie or me, and we can use what you said, and we could be like, hey, so by the way, T-Mac wrote me this, and this is what he wants to say because he doesn't want to come on and use his camera. Just an example. So, like, if you don't want to be on the podcast because of the camera, text us. We'll make sure your message is being said on the podcast. We want your voices to be heard. This is to help you guys grow as Call of Duty players and help you guys get to that next part of your gaming. So we're going to be here helping y'all. And again, we could do so much to help y'all, give you tips, advice, whatever. But it's up to you to listen to it or implement what we tell you. And I'm not expecting everyone to be like, oh, yeah, I need this and this and this and that. And we tell you, and then you don't do it. It's like, all right, we told you, we gave you a tip and advice, but you didn't do it. That's on you, So we could do so much to do that for you guys. But again, it's also coming from you guys as well. So this podcast is for you guys and the league and for everyone that's listening. So before we get out of here, Bo, do you have any last final words to say to everybody?
Usually I would, but no, I think you pretty much covered everything. Go CXL. You guys rock.
So my last message to everyone: no excuses. Week 6. I want people to be on the podcast. All right, it's only gonna help us out.
Yeah. And
I want determination this week. I want focus. I don't want to be in that Cortac and Spec Group VCs and not hear anyone but 2 people. I don't want to hear that. Because then I'll just be like, all right, they're not working as a team. It's not going to sound good on the podcast for you guys. Save the embarrassment. Talk to your teammates. Always to communicate. There shouldn't be a second of like white noise. What's white noise? Silence. I don't want to hear silence in the VC. I want to always hear, yo, go to left. Oh, he's on the right. Oh, I died. Oh, on top. I want to hear that consistently. And that's only going to help you guys. Communications is key. So without that being said, thank you guys for listening to Call of Duty X League Podcast. I am your host, Baja, and this is my co-host,
Boricua.
All right, see you guys, and stay tuned for Monday for our next podcast.